Hello and welcome back to Liam's TV Addicts. Now this video is maybe a little bit different to the last ones, but I just thought I'd shake up the channel a little bit and give you something different. So yes, I'm doing 10 people who I hate, and these are people that I cannot stand with the things that they do. And yeah, so you'll get to see and hear what people I don't like. When people who drive with one hand on the steering wheel, like, you're not in fucking Fast and Furious. Like, stop acting all hard with your one hand on your steering wheel doing, drifts like you're in a fucking drag race. Like, no one cares that you've got a posh fucking Mini that revs louder than your mother. Like, no one gives a fuck. Sorry, farted. Yeah, no one cares that you've got, a really, fast car that, vibrates, louder than your mother's dildo. Like, stop acting all hard because you're not. You've got a fucking Beetle, not a fucking, a Mercedes with a massive fuck-off engine. People who take a pic of their food and post it online and comment, like, hashtag amazing dinner or hashtag healthy. Like, look what I'm having for dinner, and they literally post their whole course, like their starter, their meal, their side and their dessert and their drink, and they're like, oh, I'm being all healthy today because my diet starts tomorrow. No one cares, fucking Karen, that you're eating a fucking potato with sweet corn and tuna on it, and you're drinking water because you're an elderly cunt. No one gives a fuck what you're eating. They don't want to see what you're shoving into your gob, because there's a guarantee that you're actually not going to finish that whole, that whole plate, because you're just posting it online to make it look like you're going to eat it all, but you're actually not. You're going to leave some of it. People who tell me a story about someone I don't know, they're like, oh, did you hear that, fucking Mary had a, like, Mary went to the hospital the other day because she had a nasty accident. She broke her leg and she come out in, like, bandages and everything. And, like, I'm really going to look after her. I'm really worried about her. Like, no one gives a fuck. No one cares about your friend Mary because I don't know her. You're talking to me about someone who I couldn't give a fuck about. People who drink their one pinky up like they're posh, like, oh, look at me, how I drink my cup of tea. No one cares that you drink your tea like you're in fucking Downton Abbey. Like, stop acting posh. You're a chav who lives in a really rough estate, and your mum probably gave you £1. You probably still live with your mother. You probably still, feed off her. You probably still, and you're probably like 30 odd or whatever, or 40, and you're still living with mummy, and you drink like you're on the set of Downton fucking Abbey. Drink like a normal fucking person, you twat. When people tell you their whole day from start to finish, like when someone says, oh, well, this morning when I woke up, my mum came in and she started saying, like, what do you want to do today? Like, we're gonna go and see this place, and like, your sister said to me this, and like, in the middle of the day, I had a fuck off massive shit, and then at the end of the day, I came home and had a lovely dinner, and then watched a lot of shit on TV. No one cares what you do from the moment you open your fucking eyelids to the moment you go to sleep. I'm not there to experience the whole day with you. I am here listening to your fucking bullshit day that I probably didn't even know that you were doing because you weren't informing me. And I'm it's like they want you to write it down. When people tell you about their partner and who they love, and they tell you everything about them, like, oh, I met Jaden uptown the other day, and he was, he really loves me in, like, leggings, and where people can see my fucking, my sack crack and my fucking back, and like he really adores me, and I adore him. I'd be lost without him. No one cares what you do in the space of your own home with your boyfriend who you've only been with for about a month, and you keep going on about him. No one gives a fuck. When people tell you about when they're due on their period, they're sitting there and they're going through their phone and they're oh, like, oh, I'm due to come on tomorrow or next week. Thank you for that. Thank you for telling me when your fucking vulva is about to split and red fucking period blood is about to come fucking splurging out of you. Thank you for telling me that. Like, I really couldn't give a fuck when you're due on. Stop telling me. When people talk about their sex life, they're like, oh, last night I got a good, he went for ages, or, we had sex in different positions, and we had sex in the bathroom and the kitchen and the closet where the dog sleeps. Like, we had sex on the dog. Like, no one gives a fuck. I don't care where you and your husband, or you and your wife, or both of you have bunked. You could have had sex in the car for all I care, and I'd still be sitting here not giving a shit. People who can't control their child, like when their child's at like soft play, and their child says, they say to the child, like, Josh, come over here and have your dinner. Like, it's here, please stop playing, and you can go back and have your dinner. And the child comes back, eats, and they don't even, make their child stay there. They just let them run off with the food into the soft play, dropping all the fucking crumbs everywhere, and then, they wonder why their kid chokes on the chicken nugget while going down the side with a fat person sitting next to them. Like, control your child. When people make TikToks in the middle of town centre, like, no one cares that, you're making a dance in front of the whole of the fucking public. Like, people don't want to see that. People don't want to see you singing to dancing to a song that no one else knows the fucking lyrics to, or the chorus, or the dance, and you do it, to be self-centered. So you can be like, oh, look at me, I made a TikTok in the middle of town centre. No one gives a fuck, you fucking self-centered bastard. When people at the bus stop ask what time it is, when they're literally staring at their phone, when, Mavis or whatever says to you, excuse me, mate, like, what's the time? And I'm like, you're literally staring. You've been on your phone for the past half an hour while we've been waiting for this pissing bus. Please just look at your phone. And if you stop scrolling through fucking TikTok, or, stop playing fucking ping pong with your fucking friend from a different country who doesn't speak a different language. Like, please just look at your phone and look at the time. Stop asking me, because how do you know that I don't have my phone on me? I may have left my phone at home, but you have yours in your fucking hand, you fucking cunt. So make sure you like and subscribe, and tell me if you want me to do people that I love, and what people do of the things that I love. So let me know if you want that, and I will make a video on that. And let me know in the comments what you want me to rate or talk about. Just let me know in the comments.